With the Thanksgiving holiday quickly approaching, we know there's a lot of concern about how to celebrate safely with the ones you love. Last week, I'm sure you're aware, Governor Cooper announced Executive Order 176, limiting indoor gatherings to 10 people or less in an effort to drive down COVID cases, positive tests, and hospitalizations. Recently, our community has experienced an increase in community spread of COVID-19, so taking precaution during this holiday season is going to be crucial in eliminating any further spread. Science has shown that indoor gatherings increase risk of transmission of COVID-19. The safest way to celebrate Thanksgiving this year is going to be with people within your own family. If you do plan to spend Thanksgiving with people outside your immediate household, we encourage you to take these steps during your Thanksgiving celebration to make it a lot safer. Have a small outdoor meal instead of an indoor meal with your family or those friends that live very closely within your community you're already interacting with. Limit your number of guests to 10 or fewer if you're going to be indoors. Make sure your guests are wearing cloth face coverings at all times, except for when they're eating, and that they're socially distanced. Have conversations with your guests ahead of time to make sure they understand the safety precautions you'd like for them to take. If you are celebrating indoors, open your windows. That could help with ventilation. Clean and disinfect frequently touched surfaces in between use. Limit the number of people in your food prep area. Have your guests bring their own food or drinks. And if you are sharing food, designate one person to serve so that you're limiting how many people are touching the food, and use disposable utensils. We also want to encourage you to think about getting tested before visiting family or friends over Thanksgiving. This could prevent you from spreading it unknowingly to them. It'll take a combination of all of these efforts to make sure that we reduce our risk of getting COVID-19. We like to call this prevention lasagna. Your risk of being exposed to COVID-19 decreases by 85% if you socially distance, 77% if you always wear your mask, 76% if you keep the duration of contact to less than 15 minutes, and by 67% if you frequently wash your hands. So if you combine all of these efforts, your risk of getting COVID-19 are significantly reduced. As Thanksgiving comes and goes, we know everyone's going to gear up to shop for the holidays. While Black Friday is typically a time stores are really crowded, we're hoping that most of our community will take advantage of online shopping and curbside pickup this year. If online or curbside is not available, then we encourage you to wear a cloth face covering at all times when you're visiting stores. Consider shopping during off hours so that you're not exposed to as many people. Regularly wash your hands and use hand sanitizer when you're not able to get soap and water. Socially distance when you're shopping. Make sure at the cash-out lines that you're waiting 6 feet from others. And avoid shopping in person if you're experiencing COVID-19 symptoms, if you've tested positive for COVID-19, or if you've been around someone who has symptoms or tested positive for COVID-19. We all have loved ones or someone that we care about who is at higher risk for severe complications. These are people who are older or people who already have chronic health conditions. As cases in our community increase, so do our loved ones' risk of being hospitalized or suffering a serious complication. From September to October, we've had a 45% increase in the number of cases, a 21% increase in cases from just last week. Hospitalizations have increased by 20 since a month ago, and already this month we have had 7 deaths as a result of COVID-19. This is a serious contagious virus, and it will take a lot of work for all of us to stop the spread in our community. We also want to remind you that we are testing for COVID-19 every day of the week except for Sundays at various sites throughout the community, and those testing sites can be found on our website. And we encourage you to get tested, especially before visiting individuals who you haven't already interacted with before visiting them for Thanksgiving. And we hope that you all stay safe.